Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Noah. Sorry about not having any Hey Arnold last week. I've been starting classes back up, and it's very busy time. But yes, Hey Arnold, episode 8, season 1, The List / Haunted Train. The List. This episode is cool, and the song from this episode I will always remember. So it starts out, and Arnold is determined to do the list on a Saturday. The list is basically a list of all of the, it basically is what makes up the perfect Saturday. So Arnold sets his alarm clock Friday night, but the wind knocks it over, and he doesn't wake up until later. So he heads downstairs, and there's none of the cereal that he was going to get left, and it's just bran. So he gets that, but then the milk is spoiled. So then he goes to watch cartoons, and that lasts for about 10 seconds, and then the TV explodes. So then Arnold decides, okay, let's just move on to the next thing on the list. So as Arnold leaves the boarding house, he sees Grandma and these mover guys trying to get a piano into the front door, and she's just like, why don't you try moving it to the side? Like, she's hilarious. So Arnold slips out the window. So he heads to the park. With his baseball mitt, and he throws it to this guy. And I distinctly remember this scene where he throws it to the guy. The guy catches it, and he just runs away. So then he goes to the top of the highest hill in the city, and he goes down, and he's having a great time. And then he gets stopped because there's road construction. He just runs into he's just running into wet concrete. So he gets off his bike and goes to the movie theater. Okay, he had money, and it slipped out of his pocket because there's a hole in it. But he manages to slip into a side door, and he manages to get into the AC system, and he ends up dropping down into a seat. The movie immediately messes up, and they cancel all showings for that day. So he goes back home, and he's really bummed, and Grandma, she shows up on this platform on a crane playing the piano, and they end up dropping it on the roof, and she explains that, they couldn't get it through the door, they couldn't get it through the garage, so they just decided to put it up on the roof. And Arnold goes, well, that sucks. And she says, well, no, we have a piano on the roof. She starts singing this song, I guess it's called Look Up, and I remember this song very well, and it's awesome. I love that Arnold is playing the harmonica in this scene. It's awesome, and this whole scene is it's great. It's really just uplifting. The next, Haunted Train. So, Grandpa makes up a story. Gerald and Arnold are saying that they're bored. So Grandpa tells them the story about this haunted train. And other kids are nearby, and by the end of the story, there's all the kids are crowding around trying to listen in on this story. Well, after everyone disperses, after Grandpa's story, Gerald and Arnold sit on the porch, and funnily enough, Helga is playing with a jump rope, just right there, which I thought was kind of interesting. So Arnold and Helga, they kind of challenge each other. Okay, why don't we go there tonight and see what all the hype's about? So they go there, and they're waiting for a few hours, and then it's midnight, and this song it's also great. It's Gerald singing about the haunted train while Arnold plays the harmonica. So the train does show up, and they get on. So they get really freaked out, and they think that the legend is true, until a guy that works at this steel mill, and he's like, what are you kids doing? So it turns out all the coincidences that went along with Grandpa's story were actually just coincidences. This episode is interesting because they pretty much, they're talking about, hell and Satan and stuff. I mean, just, the great big demon himself and all that stuff, and talking about the land of fire and the fiery underworld and stuff, which is kind of weird. I didn't remember it being I didn't remember this episode describing hell, So and when you really think about it, that's story's pretty freaking dark. I mean,
Alright then.
Gerald and Arnold, you know, doing the duo music thing, and Arnold pulling out the harmonica in both parts of this episode, which I really like. This is a great episode. I'll see you guys later for episode 9.